Hey, it's Saturday, June 10th, 2017. Come on out here and let me show you what I did, a little update on the greenhouse. It's actually starting to rain. It was hailing earlier. Hopefully we won't get too wet. So I guess I'll make it quick. Anywho's, yes, it was covered in a not so heavy duty plastic. It did start breaking down, and it for sure will. That's one thing, if you're using the plastic, it's cheaper, but you're gonna wanna take it down before it totally disintegrates. And then, I mean, that would cause a huge mess if it did. So I got some glass that actually just fit in here almost perfect. And then there's the polycarbonate panels that I cut up and just fit them on. I'm definitely not a perfectionist, but it looks okay. I mean, it's not great, but you know, it's not very difficult to cut them and install them on the side. All right, let's go inside here. The rain is kind of stopped. My wife does think it's too cold and she went inside, kind of wussed out, but that's okay. In the back of the greenhouse I do still have plastic up there for the most part, and then those panels, which are around this entire thing, I got them at a big box store. You can get them, I guess, pretty much anywhere as long as they're clear. I think that would be better, and they're not too expensive. I think they were like $20 a piece. It stays fairly warm in here compared to the outside temperature, and today is actually pretty cold. In the last couple nights it's got down to like 33 and 34, almost freezing. But in here I have all my peppers. A couple are store-bought for the most part, though. The majority of them are ones I've started from seed. Then I have this kale plant that just came back, and I didn't rip it out or anything. It's the first thing I was eating on. It basically overwintered, which was pretty dang cool. In here I'm using the drip line, so I normally just keep this side closed that we just came in past, and I just use this water bucket. I drilled the hole, I put a little spigot, I threaded it through, and then attached this drip line. If you look in the end of that drip line, when you buy a product like this, there's that little reducer kind of valve in there, and I just ripped that thing out, and it works pretty good with just the pressure of that bucket being up off the ground a couple feet on those cinder blocks. And then perhaps by the end of your hose there, I did put a couple extra little holes there because there's just not a whole lot of pressure at the end for that plant there. Oh, and the beer bottles in the back, they don't really serve a purpose now. I mean, I suppose they are some degree of thermal mass, maybe a negligible amount. They were really more for when I was just basically starting seeds in here. There were nights when it was definitely going below freezing. It was down to 25 some of those nights, and I would surround a little baby plant when they were just little guys, surround them with beer bottles full of water, and they'd heat up throughout the day, and I believe that was enough. I mean, they didn't die, so it worked. It's kind of like the wall of water, but a wall of beer bottles to keep them from freezing. Anyways, this is just the update on this bad boy. I enjoy it. Someday I'll make a full-size version that I can get into. And then I guess I'll show you here the watering bucket. Nothing real fancy. When I walk over here to fill it, each time I just remove this, fill it with water, of course, and I keep the lid on just because it was filling up with crap pretty quickly and then clogging up the tubing. That's my setup. I am leaving this part open just for a little more air to escape. Yeah, alright. And then other than that, yeah, check out my last song, The Simple Life. And I do have another one that I'm working on, or have been working on for, geez, I don't know, 4 months, but it's slow going. Anywho's, alright man, take it easy. Bye.